summon the rescue team. But they can't find out about my altars. What the hell should I do? I wish the technician were here. He'd probably have something to say. Maybe he'd just say I shouldn't hide them at all. Face the truth with my head held high. Why should we hide like some criminals? They should be licking our boots. It's a simple task. Think. You're supposed to be the one who can do it. I bet the scientist has an opinion on that. Quantum computer chose you to focus on mission objectives, not play games with the corporation. Hey, wait a minute. Mission objectives. We're supposed to bring back Rubidium. Huh. That might actually be it. That's what the rescue team will care about most. If there's anything they're not taking off without, it's their precious cargo. Yeah. That's it. I'll have to find a way to use Rubidium to smuggle the altars back to Earth. The details are gonna need refining, but I'm sure the scientists can help me with that. For now, brainstorm over. Let's light up this beacon. Supposed to happen. Please, can't anything be normal on this goddamn planet? I thought you'd like to know that I ran into a completely new kind of anomaly. First thing that came to my mind was that it's some sort of a prism distortion. Really? What gave you that thought? Well, it behaved as if the reality around me suddenly split up into many different fragments. Wise of you to bring it to me. Any observations on interaction? Well, it didn't seem to do anything specific to me physically. No radiation. But it sure was messing with my brain. Felt as if I was in several different places at once. In a way, you might have been. Huh? You mean? Remember how I told you that anomalies are places where our world intersects with the interworld? Well, what you're describing suggests a distortion in which it comes into contact with not one, but many proximity planes. Entering it is likely to evoke a sensation of being in several parallel realities at the same time. Calling it a prism is accurate, because it refracts your consciousness into many simultaneous states.
Shit. As if I didn't have enough reasons to lose my sanity around here.
Oh, good point. You'd best not spend too much time inside them. Plus, well, I suppose it must make exploration very inconvenient.
Can I destroy them like the others?
It should be possible. You just need to locate all of its cores and take them down one by one.
All right. Thanks for the tip. Did you want to talk?
Yes, someone should bring it to your attention. Might as well be me. We're close to this planet's magnetic pole, which means that magnetic storms are bound to happen more often here.
Well, let's hope we're out of here before the next one hits.
I would estimate the probability of that as low. But it's not about us. We can hide in the base, while the rebels are out in the open. The Tur vehicle could have protected them from the first magnetic storm, but it must have suffered severe damage. If you want to find them alive, I suggest you do it before the next storm comes our way.
Noted. Thanks for bringing it up.
You're welcome. You know, I still think the technician is an immature, self-centered jerk, but I wouldn't want him to die. Not like that, anyway. It would be very painful.
Sure. I get it.
Right. I'd better get back to my duties then. Thank you for hearing me out.
So, I have some bad news and some even worse news.
Does that mean you finally talked to someone on Earth about us?
Well, sort of, yes. It looks like they want me to keep you a secret from the rescue team. Smuggle you on board.
Oh. And for what reason, if I may ask?
It's politics, you know? The corporation wants... I guess they don't trust grunts to keep their mouths shut. But, I'm not sure we need to worry about that just yet, because that was the less bad news. The worst news is... the rescue ship might end up not picking us up at all.
What?
I set up the beacon, but just as the light was going up in the air, suddenly something jammed it. As if there was, I don't know, an invisible barrier up in the sky.
Are you sure you activated the beacon correctly?
Yes, I'm sure. Trust me.
And the light got blocked by an invisible barrier. That's very strange.
Well, we need to do something about it. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been in vain, and we'll end up fried down here. It's not just about the beacon. If light can't get out, then a ship won't get in either.
Yes. Right. Let's stay cool. Give me a moment to study this thing.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I suppose in that case, the conversation about smuggling us on board should be postponed. I suggest we don't mention it to anyone just yet, so as not to cause unwanted agitation.
Right. One problem at a time, huh?
Yes. Let me research whatever this barrier is. First, you could use the time to look around the area, secure resources. We'll probably need them if we're to overcome yet another obstacle. Look at that. I found my Boy Scout badge. Go fierce ocelots.
Should I move there? Any progress with finding the turf vehicle? Hello? Lena, is that you?
Yeah. It wasn't easy to convince them, but they let me through. One last time before you set off, I guess.
Right. How about that? It turns out it might be more difficult for the rescue ship to pick me up than anyone imagined.
What do you mean?
It's simple. I might not make it out of here, so... What better time to have a heart-to-heart, huh?
You talked to Agatha?
Yeah. I finally met your boss.
Jeez, Jan. Alters? Seriously? Did you really think no one would find out? I got so much shit from her. Why didn't you tell me?
Honestly, I was afraid you'd be mad at me, and I didn't want to get into another fight. I just didn't think you'd understand.
Maybe you're right. It is hard to understand, and it's fucking illegal. They're gonna give you hell when you get back. I'm already getting my share for involving the whole medical department. Man, you made me look like a fool.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm the fool. Do you think you can forgive me?
Oh, you mean, like, forgive you for keeping me in the dark, or...?
For jeopardizing your position in the company. I know how important this job is to you.
Wait, let me get this straight. First, you ask for my help, something you've never done before. And now, you are actually acknowledging my needs. This whole thing really did change you.
Yeah. I think you're right. I have changed. And I've been thinking about us.
Us. Jan, listen.
Just let me finish. Remember our first night together? When you came over to do that project with me?
I brought pizza, you had beer. And it was awkward at first. Then it was fun.
Just fun?
Yeah. Because that's really a lot.
I woke up with you sleeping on my arm as if it was the most natural thing to do. As if you'd somehow always been there, next to me, but I only just noticed it. The morning I swore to myself I would never, ever let you go. Well, I I failed to keep that promise. And all this time, I hated myself for it. And now I know it's not the most important thing. It's not failing that's a problem. It's refusing to move on.
Failing, succeeding, you always looked at life that way. But sometimes things just happen, and they're neither good nor bad.
Yeah. I know that now, and I think I just want to thank you, you know? For every fucking glorious moment we had together. And for the less glorious ones too. Because without them, without you, I would never be who I am today. And it seems that I am exactly who I need to be right now.
I know. And I also know that you're gonna make it. You'll get back home safely, with Rapidium. And you'll be all right.
Yeah. It's gonna be okay. I just know it. And there's one more thing I want you to know. Agatha said they don't intend to involve you in my trial. You and Dr. Paulson. So, he's not gonna get into any trouble for helping you out with those implants. Just so you know.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all good for me, really.
Shit, that's actually, you know what? I think I need to go. I just, yeah, I better...
Lena? What's the matter? What just happened?
I hate nothing.
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Lena?
Listen, we don't have much time. I had to find a different way to get through to you. The previous connection wasn't safe.
Not safe? What do you mean?
You said Agatha told you Vin Paulson wouldn't be held accountable for helping me with you. But I never told her he was helping me. We worked in different departments, so even my team weren't aware. You were the only one who knew he was in on this. The only way Agatha could find out was if she was listening in.
Yeah. Do you think... I mean... What else did we talk about? Are you in trouble?
I don't know. But there's something you should know. The rescue team they're sending to get you out of there, they're an armed unit, special ops. Maybe it's because of the Rapidium. But maybe there are other reasons. You should be careful.
Military men. Wow. So the corporation is a bunch of cold-blooded murderers. Agatha told me to smuggle my alters on board that ship. What if it was just a smokescreen?
Smuggle them? That's strange. Unless... No.
Just say what you're thinking.
It might not be about what the rescue team knows, Jan. But about what your alters think. If they believe they're safe, hidden, in cryosleep, they'll simply be...
An easy kill. That's what you're saying.
Damn it, Agatha. I should have known she can't be trusted. I wish I could help you somehow.
Maybe you can, actually.
Really? Tell me.
Lucas. Maxwell's former assistant, the guy in STC. I know he got cut off, but I think they're underestimating him. So, let's assume for a moment that I do manage to get the rescue team to land safely. Maybe there's a way you could take control of the ship remotely. Steer it someplace safe, far away from Ally Corps.
What about the implants? They can be tracked. You know that, don't you?
True. Can't they be disabled somehow?
I guess I could cause a little breakdown in our medical system. They're not unusual, you know? Hardware crashes leading to loss of data.
Lena, you are the best.
Yeah, I know.
So, does that mean you'll try and contact Lucas?
I'll give it a shot, yeah. Why not?
Thank you, Lena. Really, really. Thank you.
Don't. Just make sure that ship can land and you get the hell out of there.
I'm working on it.
Good luck, then.
Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
I'm done here. Should I do this now?
Jeez, I packed a lot of stuff. Looks promising. Is that a shelter? Lucas, you got through again.
Your wife. She asked me to call you, said you were having second thoughts about trusting Agatha. Why the hell did you let them know? You should have listened to me and Maxwell.
That would have been even worse. All Maxwell wanted was to use my altars for his experiments. He didn't care about anything else.
And you're basing that assumption on what? The ever so reliable corporate narrative? They were only waiting for an opportunity to get rid of him. His vision scared the shit out of them.
Did you know what happened to his patients?
What do you mean?
I mean that Maxwell wasn't honest with me about what was really going on in Project Ela. I know about the patient who ripped himself apart because of multiple mind record overwrites. And all the other patients who self-harmed continuously, but Maxwell never informed anybody. I know the real reason the corporation killed your project. Don't tell me you weren't aware of that. Lucas?
That's just bullshit. Plain bullshit. Nothing like that ever happened.
Really? You didn't know? That would mean Maxwell doesn't trust you that much. But if you could look me in the eye right now, would you swear that not a single person got harmed in those experiments? Would you swear on your life, Lucas?
Well, there were some rumors at one point that a patient that he was, well, a little unstable and he might have... But at his family's request, we buried his data. That's what Maxwell said.
Did you bury any more data?
What? No, what are you talking about? Look, we were working with mentally disturbed people. Accidents happen. But Maxwell was just trying to help them.
Look. I know he really wanted to achieve something good, but even if we do take these stories with a pinch of salt, he does have very radical methods, and I don't like that.
Well, whatever he was doing, you've put an end to it. No, don't blame me for being scared of Agatha and her gang.
Then help me save my alters from them.
Why should I do that?
Because you're a good person. You're not just Maxwell's guy. You have a heart of your own. Didn't Grandma tell you to always follow your heart or something like that?
Absolutely not. She always told me to be rational. Shit, Jan. Okay, just tell me what you're thinking.
Well, you're a QC navigator, and I'm guessing it will be a piece of cake for you to take control of the rescue ship and dispatch us somewhere else. Somewhere no one would find us.
Wait, what are you talking about, Jan? Hijacking a ship full of rubidium? And you've really lost your mind.
But you could do it, right? For me.
I don't know, Jan. This is all very confusing. I'm already in all sorts of trouble. I need to think this over, okay? I'm not sure about what part I would have to play in all this. I guess I'm not used to playing a significant part in anything.
Sure, Lucas. Think it over. Just remember, I'm a little pressed for time here.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Jan. Got a minute for me? Did you manage to find out more about the barrier?
I'm afraid I don't have good news. For a moment, I was hoping we could redirect the ship to another area, but it seems that won't be possible. What we've called the barrier is, in fact, a strong force-filled layer of interlapping distortions. A sort of prism entanglement.
So it's yet another anomaly. Okay, we have ways to deal with them, right? Do you know where it stems from?
You see, that's the problem. It seems to be everywhere. Covering the entire surface like a dome, or a layer of the atmosphere.
Wait, what? No, but are you trying to tell me it was here when I landed?
It must have been here the whole time, looming above us, invisible to the human eye. Fascinating. So was it the cause of your ship's malfunction? It could have been, yes.
incredible. It almost sounds like the planet wanted all this to happen. Me landing here, all on my own. Oh, it makes my head spin.
Planets are inanimate objects, Jan. They don't want things. You may have been saved by the QC prediction system, but thinking of all this as some kind of intricate plan would be arrogant even for my standards. I believe the nature of this gigantic prism distortion needs to be studied more.
But how? We can't fly.
Right. But we've made fragmentary observations on the surface, and I think we can still learn more. I've located 3 areas with particularly strong interference characteristics that match the electromagnetic fluctuations typical for this kind of distortion. They should be marked on your map. I want you to take a closer look at them and bring me more data.
Sort of trunk-like structure growing upward. Upward, you say? Yes. I think I know how we can use that information. My stuff landed here.
Almost there. Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? There you are. You okay? Huh? Seriously? That what you want to talk about? I thought I'd never see you again. You got some guts to follow us all the way down here. Don't you get it? The party's over. I got the impression you wanted me to find you. Oh yeah? And what gave you that impression? The light? Why else would you bother with it? It's not for the rescue ship, is it? I wouldn't have made it through the sandstorm without it. Yeah, well, I was pissed at you, but leaving you out there to your death, I'm not that guy. You're going to die if you stay out here any longer. Our chances are better here than in the hands of corpo thugs, and you know it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. What the hell is this site anyway? What's it look like? That tour vehicle is good protection against radiation, but it's not gonna withstand the sunrise. Only a proper shelter will. This place provides the perfect terrain for one. So that's what you're building. Yeah. And it's no picnic, so why don't you get back to your base and just let me get on with it? Is there anything I can do? Yeah. Let it go. Do you have enough food? That's none of your business. You don't have enough food. There's not enough of anything, okay? Are you happy? But I don't want your fucking help. Just go, okay? You're making things worse. Ah, another movie. This one was actually on my pile of shame.
What's on your mind? Honestly, same thing over and over. I can't wrap my head around how real my memories are. I mean, the state of the world, Ben working on that platform, everything's the same. Except, I'm not in it. You will be, soon enough. We just need to give it all we've got on this last stretch. Yeah, that sounds almost like a dream ending to a fairy tale. Except one thing that worries me. That accident that killed Ben. What about it? Well, what if it's not just fiction, you know? I mean, he's working for the same company with the same people using the same equipment, and believe me, nobody puts safety first out there. So it got me thinking that if nothing bad has happened by now, maybe that doesn't mean it never will. But only that it hasn't happened yet. Relax, man. I don't think that's the way accidents work. They're a result of thousands of random events that have to come together at the right time and place. The accident you remember was simply something that needed to happen in your head for you to be who you are, to be here. It has nothing to do with the real shape of the world or the Ben that exists. Maybe, but what if you're wrong? No. I won't stand by and wait for his death a second time. I'll never forget how I felt afterwards. Asking myself why I never acted when there was still time. Why I never reported anything. Why didn't you? I was afraid I'd be out of work. Besides, we never thought it was anything serious. Never thought it could lead to, you know. Whatever happened, you won't change it no matter what you do now. What's done is done. You need to move on. You're right. I can't change that. But I can do so much more. You see, I think I just never let myself grieve properly. Pretending to accept reality when actually I was living in denial. I suppressed so much. Running away from problems time after time. Only to end up here and suddenly ask myself, what if I've been given a second chance? A second chance? For what? For saving Ben. And how do you want to do that? Listen to this. I have an idea. That guy who helped you find Ben. Oh, Lucas, no, forget it. We just got him fired. Well, how about your wife? Maybe she could help. Send an anonymous tip-off about all the bad shit that's surely still going on down there. She won't be risking anything. If it turns out not to be true, then that's fine. They'll pass the inspection and carry on doing what they were doing. But if something is wrong, she'll help save not only Ben, but many other lives. Don't tell me that doesn't matter. Oh, what the hell? Okay. I'll try and talk to Lena. Boy, is she gonna love me for it. Thanks, man. Thanks for doing this for me. I found the tour vehicle. All right. So, did they really mean to guide us out of the storm? Looks like it. But we didn't exactly kiss and make up. I was thinking that maybe we should share some of our supplies with him. I don't don't think he'll make it on his own otherwise. Of course we should. We can't leave our brother to his death like that, regardless of what he did. Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? I found our rebellious party. They're alive. Looks like they have no bad intentions, just want to be left alone.
What for? To die in that exploration vehicle?
They're building a shelter.
Oh, please. Spare me the details. They should be putting those skills to use here, helping us, not making a sophisticated grave for themselves. Quitters.
I'm done here. Should I do this now?
I found the tour vehicle.
Really? And? Are they alive?
Yeah. I talked to the technician. He's still mad at me, just wants to be left alone. But they're also in deep shit down there. Do you think we should share some of our supplies with them?
Oh, couldn't they just come back and help us instead? I mean, I'd love to give a hand, but we're not the ones who abandoned the mission. How are we supposed to bring Rapidium to Earth if we start running errands for deserters now?
Jan, what's the matter? Did something happen?
Not yet, but it could happen. That's why I'm calling.
What are you talking about?
It's kind of a long story, but I have intel from one of my alters about dangerous working conditions on an offshore oil rig. An accident happened there in his awareness, and it took many lives.
So, it's about your alternate life paths. Okay. Please, Jan. Don't you hear how disturbing that sounds? You know you should worry about your real life. The rest is, well, you can't let it distract you.
Just let me explain, okay? I know it seems absurd, but there are people, real existing people, whom my alters knew. You're one of them too. Just in a different way. So what that means is that their reality is not completely fake, because it's heavily based on ours.
Isn't that even more reason to keep the two separated? Look, Jan, this is getting more and more confusing to me, and I can't even imagine how it's messing you up. So let me be the voice of reason here. You can't interfere with things that don't concern you, just because you opened up Pandora's box with some alternate realities.
Okay, I get it. Forget I asked.
Please, just focus on getting out of there, okay?
Sure. Bye.
something unusual here. Like a giant horizontal branch reaching somewhere. Good. Let me analyze the data properly.